Hey, I'm Keveneknes, and today we are going to talk about rhythm. I just wanted to show you a little bit of my approach to, or how I kind of go about learning a part that's rhythmical, or just work on time in general, and maybe that'll spark some ideas for you, and that's awesome. And I actually have a very cool little toy coming right now, and so let's open it up and check it out. So after spending just a little bit of time with the Soundbrenner, I gotta say it's pretty sick. It's super easy to use, you just double tap it and the metronome will start. And one very cool thing is it can identify beat, so if you just continuously tap a rhythm, it'll identify the BPM of that and adapt to that. How cool is that? And then you could go on the menu and oh, this is 168.7. And those aren't like the coolest features even. One very cool thing is you could change the color of the metronome. So right now I can choose it to be green and pink, for instance. Or blue. Let's just pick some crazy colors. And just keep it at that. And here on the main menu in the app, there's a ton of features. Kind of imagination is your limit here. You could choose all sorts of subdivisions. All sorts of odd meters. All sorts of crazy rhythms. But for now, we're going to stick to just 4/4, and I'm going to show you how I kind of go by learning a part, a rhythm guitar part or similar. I'm going to use the example of a Diana Ross tune called I'm Coming Out. The guitar part goes something like this. And so forth. And once you have it, that's cool, but how to take it to the next level and get more kind of stable and steady with it is one cool trick that I like to do is just half the speed, and you could still play the exact same tempo, but you'll only have half the amounts of beats as you had when you were practicing it earlier. So obviously half of 110 is 55, so I could play the same part in 55 and it'll still be the same tempo. And so forth. And obviously the next step would be to half that, and half of 55 would be kind of 28. Doesn't even kind of. All right, let's try that. And obviously you could go down to 14 from here, so instead of going to 14, I'm just gonna silent the 2 and 4 here, and it'll be the same as 14. And so what you're aiming to do basically is obviously try to hit the beats and try to be as steady as you can. But one cool thing is if you kind of start rushing or dragging or so, you could easily kind of identify that with yourself, and it's not too hard to kind of start fading your way or finding your way back into to be on the beat again. And it's very good to gain rhythmic stability, and yeah, I highly recommend trying that out. Obviously, halving the amount of beats is going to keep you more on your toes, making yourself have to be more independent about the beat, and you just have to keep all the subdivisions yourself, and you gotta have, there's like, the more space you got really, the more room there is for failure, and the better that is. So I would highly suggest, like, let's say you're working with kind of like a drum groove or something like that you've programmed. If so, then see if you could leave out a bar. Say the drum groove runs for about 3 bars, and then there's a space in the 4th bar, and maybe you want to double that space after, so you'll do 2 bars of drum beat and then 2 bars of silence, and then kind of work on stuff that way, and that'll really get your inner time going and such. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below what you thought about this video, and if nothing else, I'll see you very soon.